So first I'm going to clean off the surface of the brows to kind of get rid of any oils, especially in the T-zone area. Then I'm going to take my spoolie and I'm going to comb the brows in a specific direction so that the brow hairs lay as flat as possible. Then I'm going to take my brow pencil and trace the perimeter of the brow. And as you can see at the top, I'm only going to start tracing where the brow thickens. And then I'm going to lightly fill it in because this is a simple everyday brow and it is beginner friendly. Then I'm going to take my spoolie and blend everything together. Then I'm going to run my finger through the beginning of the brow to kind of get rid of any harsh lines. Then I'm going to repeat the same method to the opposite brow. As you can see, I'm tracing the brow. I'm only going to start where the brow thickens at the top, and then I'm going to lightly fill it in. I'm going to use my spoolie to kind of blend everything together, and then I'm going to run my finger through the beginning of the brow to get rid of any harsh lines. And after you run your finger through the beginning, be sure to buff it out again with the spoolie. Then I'm going to take my concealer. I'm using Makeup Revolution concealer in the shade 13, medium 13. I'm going to use the actual brush that comes with the concealer to start tracing the bottom perimeter of the brow. I'm raising my client's eyebrow up with my thumb so that I can see as close as I possibly can to where her actual brow hairs begin and end. I'm going to repeat the same method to the opposite brow. Remember to get as close as you possibly can to the brow hair. Then I'm going to take a small concealer brush and I'm going to dip that small concealer brush in the leftover residue from the actual concealer brush that came with the concealer. Then I'm going to trace the top of the brow. And again, I'm trying to get as close as I possibly can to the actual brow hair. I'm going to repeat the same method to the opposite brow. After I do this, I'm going to go back through it with my small concealer brush, and I'm just going to kind of make sure my lines are as straight as possible. Remember that your brows are never going to look exactly the same, but doing this method, you'll get as close as you possibly can. So the next step, you do not have to do. You can avoid this step completely. Some people think it's a very wasteful step, but I think it's beginner friendly. So I'm going to take a makeup wipe and I'm going to wipe off most of the concealer. The only reason I am doing this is because some beginners do not know how to blend out their concealer. Doing this method, it will help, and it also gives the brow a fresh arch look. So I'm using a makeup wipe and I'm just wiping off most of the concealer as much as I possibly can without ruining the actual brow. So just wipe that concealer off, and then next I'm going to use a Q-tip, and the Q-tip is going to help me blend out that extra concealer that is left over, so that when you take pictures, you don't have any flashback and everything is just blended out. And like I said, this is beginner friendly. You could have easily took a blending brush and blended out that concealer and went about your day. But for people who are not good at doing that, this method would be best for you. So I'm using the Q-tip just to blend everything out. Make sure there's no flashback. Make sure those brows are as nice and as sleek as possible. That is basically it, guys. It's really simple. It doesn't really take long. Practice makes perfect. And if you want to see more looks, make sure you follow me at CORRYE_SLAY or CORRYE_BABEE. This is a simple everyday look, guys, and like I said, some people think it's a very wasteful method, but I think it helps beginners. Thanks for watching.